Our program will begin soon in the ballroom. Please make your way to your seat. Good evening, and welcome to Public Justice's 44th Annual Gala and Awards Dinner. Please take your seats. Our program will begin shortly. Please take your seats and silence your mobile devices. Our program is about to begin. Our program will begin in 3 minutes. Please find your seats and silence all cell phones. Thank you.
It's so important that all of us support Public Justice's work, as they are committed to unrigging the system in favor of justice and access to the courts.
I just think it's important to look for the opportunities to further the mission, no matter the time.
I can't just say we're a sponsor because Amy told me to. It takes organizations like Public Justice to unrig that system.
It's probably the most impactful organization around.
We've been fighting corporations and abuses of power on behalf of people who need help.
You know, they're literally grabbing people off the streets. I mean, we're living in unprecedented times, and somebody has to bring order to chaos.
It's an honor to welcome you all to the 44th Annual Public Justice Gala.
Thank you to our gala host,
DeCello Levitt,
Wexler, Bully, and Elgersma,
Wallace Miller,
Huggins Berman,
for being such generous sponsors of this year's event. We know we can't do the work we're out here to do without your support.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Welcome to Chicago.
the best city in the world in the summer.
have a wonderful night.
Merry Christmas in July.
And enjoy beautiful Chicago.
It's time to party.
have a wonderful night.
Good evening, and welcome to Public Justice's 44th Annual Gala and Awards Dinner. Please welcome to the stage this year's Gala Chair, Public Justice Secretary Amy Keller.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Public Justice's Annual Gala. Tonight we have a particularly inspiring and memorable evening in store for you. The board's Gala committee and staff have poured their hearts into the production, and we cannot wait to share it with you. We are so grateful for this evening's sponsors, table captains, and supporters. You have all made tonight possible. We are especially grateful to our host committee firms, DeCello Levitt, Wallace Miller, Wexler, Bully, and Elgersma, and Huggins Berman, whose generosity has been pivotal in making everything you see here tonight possible. You'll see the passion of our supporters and our board members throughout the evening. Speaking of our board, Melissa Weiner, our Vice President and Development Chair, and Larry Taylor, our Treasurer. What are you guys doing up here? I'm kind of doing a thing. What's going on?
Good evening, everyone, and sorry to interrupt your moment here, Amy, but we were just hanging out backstage. Obviously, Larry has a camcorder, and we heard you talking about the passion for this organization, and we were feeling really passionate. So we thought it was a good time to come up and make a confession.
Oh.
Yeah, we need to raise a lot of money because I'm a board member, I'm also the cameraman, and please clean up after yourselves because I have to clean up when you leave. So I need you to give a lot, okay? I just want one job, and that's to be a board member.
Sorry about that, but we are running an organization here that is literally standing up for human rights, civil rights, the environment. You'll see, we made a video.
And once again, we need lots of money. So you guys have paddles at your table. Do you have, wait a minute, hold on. Do you guys have numbers at your table? Do I see numbers? Do I see numbers? There we go. All right, we'll talk more about that later on tonight.
In all seriousness, you are going to hear incredible stories tonight, and none of them would be possible without the work of our amazing staff, without the passion of all of the attorneys and staff in this room tonight.
So we made it easy. The paddles on your table, we hope that you'll think about raising your paddle and making a gift that will be meaningful to you and this organization. Every dollar counts. And we can't wait to shatter our goal, which our CEO has set very high. And if we don't make it, she's going to put us on a boat and drop us off in the middle of the lake. So please make sure you give.
Well, that's quite a tall order, you guys. I feel like we need to make some promises to them in return, right? Yeah? Okay, so You'll leave this ballroom tonight feeling proud to be a public justice supporter. You'll want to support the amazing work that we do, and perhaps most importantly, and the only reason why I agreed to be Gala Chair tonight, you will get out of here at a reasonable hour. Yes. All right, so in the interest of keeping that third promise, I'm thrilled to introduce this next guest. He was named one of Time Magazine's 100 most influential people in the world in 2021. He has represented the families of Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown, Ahmaud Arbery, and Breonna Taylor, and George Floyd, and Renee Good. And unfortunately, he tried his damnedest, and he could not get here tonight on account of the weather. But I'm really pleased that he filmed a little something special for you all. So I would like to welcome Public Justice's 2021 Champion of Justice honoree, Ben Crump.
Hi, everybody. I'm here at the Nashville, Tennessee airport. We are stuck, unable to get to Chicago despite our best efforts. I mean, I was in the airport for almost 5-6 hours trying to be with you all. So as many of you know, I'm Attorney Ben Crump, often referred to as Black America's Attorney General. So some of you may find it a little interesting that I'm here to introduce and, exalt my brother from another mother, the Italian stallion, the one and only Antonio Ramanucci. Tony, there's so many things I could say about you because I truly love you. I mean, we worked on some historic landmark cases, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Tyree Nichols, and, now you're working on Renee Good. I mean, I know they often say, Ben Crump is, courageous and, somewhat crazy in regards to the cases we take. But if people only knew, man, you more crazier than me, Tony. I mean, you take cases that I say, I don't know, Tony, and you convince me that we got to go represent them, that they won't have a chance at justice unless we go fight. Because you see, sisters and brothers, Tony Ramanucci really is crazy. He's crazy enough to believe that the Constitution should apply to all of American citizens, no matter whether they're black, white, red, it doesn't matter. Tony is crazy enough to believe that this Constitution is about everybody having an equal opportunity at the American promise of life and liberty and the pursuit of justice. So in my introduction tonight, I was going to invite all of you all to be a little crazy, like my crazy Italian brother, Tony Ramanucci. Because if we're crazy like Tony, maybe this country will be a better country for all Americans. So thank you, Tony Ramanucci, for being crazy. They couldn't have had a better person to get this award tonight. I love you, I miss you, so I'm gonna end there because I'm starting to perspire like a pig, because I could go on and on about my brother, Tony Ramanucci. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Public Justice. Thank you, AAJ. I love you all, sisters and brothers.
Come on up here, Tony.
All right, well, seriously, I mean, I think that I was the conduit to getting Ben here tonight, and I failed at that. So I know you wanted to hear from Ben, and I'm sorry you couldn't be here, but you saw that introduction, and, it is odd to see Ben and I together sometimes because we do feel like brothers. There is no difference between us at all because we feel so passionate about what we do, I can't even express it. The burn that I feel in my body about what we do to fight for justice will never, ever, and cannot be defined. So, I have limited time for my remarks tonight, but I will tell you that it is a lot more time than Renee Good got before she was gunned down by federal law enforcement officers in a suburban street in Minneapolis. They didn't give her time to de-escalate. But plenty of time, let me tell you folks, was allocated to creating a narrative about domestic terrorism, about danger, about imminent threat, false narratives. A storyline that is and will continue to be untrue. And not only for Renee, but we lived it here in Chicago as we did in Minneapolis for thousands of innocent people who were roaming our streets. The common design of justification is in perfect action when you hear that false narrative. And minutes would have been an eternity of time to run for cover at the mass shooting at the 4th of July parade in suburban Highland Park in 2022. Valuable time that parents and children and loved ones wish they had before they were shot. And some were killed during a celebration of our country. They had no warning at all. There was no time. But tonight, I have to tell you how proud I am to tell you that we are joined by Brent Granger and also the Bennetts, Lauren and Debbie, Brent is Renee Good's brother, and the Bennetts were at the 4th of July parade. I am asking you to please stand, all three of you. Now, I fully comprehend that tonight is about a recognition, and I am the one standing here to acknowledge it, and I am very grateful and I am thankful. But the real champions are these families who show unwavering courage. These are symbols of champions who will stand up to a federal government who will not account for its actions, and for gun manufacturers who continue to produce weapons of mass destruction. These folks are the champions. I am only a conduit to the people who have the real courage to do what they do. And truly, all of you in this audience, my friends, my colleagues, my brothers and sisters, you are all the champions. Without the collective brilliance of all of us doing what we do, this country would devolve into a monarchy and our rules of law would be completely eviscerated. I am merely one of the torchbearers. So I remain humbled and honored to be here tonight. I thank you, Public Justice. I thank you, Lauren Barnes. Amy, I thank you so much. I thank Ben Crump. I thank the entire Public Justice team. In May, just a couple months ago, I was invited to the Vatican to be part of the city of Chicago's delegation to have a private audience with the Pope. And I did. I met Pope Leo XIV, and not only did I get a chance to meet him, but I actually was able to sit next to him before I had some private moments with him. This man spoke about equality, justice, dignity, and accountability. He spoke like us. But during his remarks, he didn't name who was responsible for disrupting the world order. He didn't name who was the one who started a war with seemingly no end. He didn't name who shows no dignity to human souls who live on our community streets. We all know who it was, but he wouldn't say his name. He wouldn't dignify it. Kind of the same as our very longtime friend, Speaker Emeritus Nancy Pelosi. She says, I'll be damned to hell if I ever say his name. But I will say his name because we have to remember that we have to kick him out. Donald J. Trump has to be kicked out. And so when I was with the Pope, I wasn't too far from him. This man is beyond spiritual and intellectual, somebody that really made me reflect while I was sitting before him. And in a moment of reflection, I kind of put my chin down to my chest, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw my 7-pin. And without thinking, I reached and I unpinned my 7 and I put it in my left hand because I knew that very shortly I was going to have some private moment with him. And I clutched that 7 in my hand when I went to go speak to the Pope. And I asked for some private matters, but I also asked them to please bless justice in this country because we need to pursue it. That's exactly what I said to him. And he touched this 7. He blessed it. And that's how strongly I feel about what I do. I only have one of these, and I'm going to make sure I don't lose it. But this 7 is blessed by the Pope. And we need to continue to feel that we are all, in one sense or another, no matter what denomination we are, that we are torchbearers for this 7 and that we continue to seek justice. On that same trip, later that day, I had the opportunity to speak with some students at the University of Rome. And it was unbelievable. They spoke about justice, equality, and accountability also. I got the chance to talk to them, and I encouraged them that they needed to continue their activism and to make sure that they continued to be progressive, because progressive, what does it mean? That you want to advance humanity. And these students were so excited about what they were doing. I told them, people are going to try and stop you from doing what you're doing because you are progressive. But they also tried to stop the lawyers last year, and you see how that worked out. And we will continue to fight. Now, in January of this year, in Minneapolis, on a very crisp morning there, Renee Good dropped off her young child at elementary school. Minutes later, she was shot by a federal immigration agent who fired through her windshield and then again at close range through her open driver's side window. The wheels of her car were pointed in the opposite direction of when that officer shot through the window. But yet, the government cried that Renee posed a threat. She posed a threat to that agent's life as she said to him, "I am not mad at you." And what did that lead to? Zero investigation. And what do we know what zero investigation leads to? No accountability. No accountability in Portland. No accountability in Los Angeles. No accountability in Chicago. No accountability in Houston. No accountability in Maine. We must change that. We will ensure there will be accountability, especially after these November midterms. I hear some pretty good news about what we're going to see in November, and we will be there for change. When they killed Renee, the machinery of accountability was already been dismantled, and that was way in advance. We're not going to see a consent decree coming, folks. We're not going to see a pattern or practice investigation either. The Supreme Court has all but gutted any opportunity we have to sue federal law enforcement officers. All of that's been gutted and decimated. This administration has zero dignity for people or communities. That is their common design. And you, the champions in this room, we will be the engineers and the architects to restore order in this country. That's right. Clap for yourself. Once we get rid of this administration and get back to running this country as a republic for which it stands, where we all have equal rights, and Ben, my brother, said that we all restore the liberty, the justice, the pursuit of happiness that we're entitled to under our Constitution and the Bill of Rights, I'm going to return to Rome and talk to those kids again and answer some questions that I didn't, that our country does not steal people from streets and hide them until the lawyers can come and find them, that we do keep our government accountable. All people should be safe in houses of worship. They should be safe in their schools or on streets during a parade. Life changes in an instant when someone unleashes an assault weapon on innocent people. The corporations that create the marketing campaigns to sell the guns to youths that are impressionable and then use those guns in a way that destroys life must also be stopped. They need to be held accountable. And I want to acknowledge all of those working for change. And that includes our client Lauren, who just a short time after she was shot in front of her sons and parents, she testified in front of the Illinois General Assembly. And guess what happened? After that, Illinois passed an assault weapon ban. And Renee Good's brother, who went to Washington just weeks after his sister's tragedy to testify, and I was with him, about his sister and the need for accountability for the people responsible for her senseless death. These are the champions who are fighting the gun companies and government agencies that needlessly kill people. Thank you both once again for being such great champions, Brent and Lauren. I want to thank some other Illinois champions. Governor J.B. Pritzker, Lieutenant Governor Juliana Stratton, our Attorney General Kwame Raoul. They have also been fearless in ensuring that there is justice and accountability in this state. And it's because of them that other states are taking notice. And I thank them so much for their leadership. Compare what these leaders have done to the ones who sit in Washington, and it's shameful. Thank you. I want to thank some people that are here tonight. Gerson, you are beyond a friend, and I am so grateful to what not only you have done for public justice, but also what a mentor you have been to me. Chuck Monette, one of my oldest public justice friends, Paul Miller, Ted Leopold, and even the late Jack Landskroner. These were all people that I would not be here speaking to you all from this podium if it was not for them. And there are so many other people in this room that deserve such great thanks, and I do thank you all. I'd like now to introduce some of my personal champions before I sit down. Our Romanucci and Blandon attorneys and staff. I don't even know what to say to you all, giving me the opportunities to continue to fight for you and hopefully be the continued leader that I can be for the office as we go about the country doing what we do, fighting. I would like for you all to be acknowledged. If you're from R&B tonight, can you please stand so we can acknowledge you? Thank you. Thank you. My family, gosh, I don't know what to say about my family other than how many vacations and trips have been interrupted and broken, and I've had to leave and come home because of issues. And all they do is they just somehow keep loving me. And I can't do it without their strength and force behind me. It's impossible. And, Andrea, thank you so much. My daughter, Elizabeth, who also is an R&B, and where's Ariana, my niece now, who's also one of our RB, and I've got Elena and Gavin, and then my son, John, who's given me a beautiful grandchild and another one coming soon, and then my real brother, Gabriel. Thank you all very much for what you do for me, because without knowing it, you also help out this country in many different ways. The real champion is not here tonight. I should say champions. My father passed earlier this year, and although my father was not an attorney, there wasn't anybody who was more passionate for me to ensure that I was always at my best. I think he did his job a little bit too well, because it's not that I want to disappoint, but I listened. I hung on every single word that he said to me. And that's where that burning desire and passion comes from. And I talk to him every day. My mother, unfortunately, got sick today. So she is not here, but she is our matriarch. And she and I, the conversations that we share at the dining room table, we are simpatico, she and I. It is she's an amazing woman, and I am so sorry that she's not here, and I know she would love to be here. So I leave you now with a couple of phrases and things that I've picked up just in the last several days, because that's what we do. On Thursday, I had the opportunity to spend some time with Mary Peltola, who's going to win the Alaska Senate seat. And her theme is very simple. And when we apply it to what we really want, this is who we are. Her message to her voters, her constituency, is fish, family, and freedom. I corrected her that in Chicago it's really about steak, family, and freedom, and she accepted my friendly amendment. And so when you think about what we do and why we do it, don't we do it for the food that we eat, the family that we are with, and for the freedoms that we were given by our Constitution? And so Renee's message is to be good. That is the message that her family has asked from the very beginning, that is ensured, that is spread to anywhere that I go. And I am telling you, be good. I will add that she didn't say it, but I will add, be relentless. And so I leave you with the two lines, one from Bono and one from Senator Durbin. Bono, in his tribute song to Renee Good, said, "The power of the people is so much stronger than the people in power." And isn't that true? We are stronger than the people in power. We can win. And last night, Dick Durbin, we were just on the boat with him last night, some of you were there, said something to a crowd that is so true and so powerful, that justice is always worth fighting for. Folks, I will always be in that fight. I hope I'm in that fight with you all. I thank you. I remain humbled. I am grateful, and I could not be happier to have this evening here. Thank you all.
Congratulations, Tony, but don't leave the stage quite yet. Tony, where are you going? Tony. Okay. We have a special guest who joined us this evening to help celebrate your remarkable career and deliver a very special message on behalf of the people of Illinois. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Lieutenant Governor Juliana Stratton.
Well, good evening, everyone. We're in Chicago. Good evening, everyone. Thank you. I'm Juliana Stratton. I'm so proud to serve as the 48th Lieutenant Governor of the state of Illinois, and I'm overjoyed to be here with all of you to congratulate my friend, Tony Romanucci, as he receives this incredible award tonight. Governor Pritzker and I have seen the impact of Tony's work firsthand, and it's my honor to present Tony with a proclamation recognizing his contributions to our great state. Whereas, on Monday, July 27th, 2026, Antonio M. Romanucci, founding partner of Romanucci & Blandon, LLC, will receive the Champion of Justice Award at Public Justice's 44th Annual Gala and Awards Dinner. Whereas we recognize and show our appreciation for Tony Romanucci's unwavering commitment to equality, justice, and fairness, and his devotion to human rights and civil rights. We thank him for being a fierce advocate for victims of negligence, abuse, and wrongful death, particularly for members of marginalized communities. And whereas we honor him for being a leader on civil rights litigation and high-stakes cases, including the representation of the family of Renee Good, who was killed by a federal agent in Minneapolis in January 2026, and alongside Ben Crump, Tony also helped lead the historic civil rights lawsuit against the city of Minneapolis and 4 police officers for the murder of George Floyd. And whereas Tony Romanucci has boldly represented those harmed in mass shootings and tragedies, including the 2022 Highland Park 4th of July parade mass shooting. And whereas throughout his career, he has been active in supporting transformative legislative changes to address underlying issues and inequities in society, and he continues to advocate for progress and accountability. And whereas tonight we also recognize the good work of Public Justice, a national nonprofit legal advocacy organization dedicated to fighting abusive corporate conduct, including the assault on civil rights and climate change. Therefore, J.B. Pritzker, Governor of the state of Illinois, and I, Juliana Stratton, Lieutenant Governor of the state of Illinois, do hereby celebrate Antonio Tony Romanucci as he receives the Champion of Justice Award and thank him for standing up for our shared values of liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Tony, and congratulations.
Our next U.S. Senator, Juliana Stratton. Give it up for our next U.S. Senator.
Please welcome to the stage Public Justice Board member Robin Greenwald.
Good evening, everybody. It's such a pleasure to be here and really enjoyed those powerful remarks that we all have to remember every day of our lives. So I have the privilege tonight of introducing the first Trial Lawyer of the Year finalist team that secured a $27 million settlement from artificial stone manufacturers and suppliers on behalf of individuals who developed fatal silicosis from exposure to dust from crystalline silica artificial stone. Their victory is one of the first to highlight a growing public health crisis caused by this uniquely toxic product. I also ask everybody in the room, if you're doing any renovation, Please don't buy engineered stone for your bathroom countertops or your kitchen countertops. So now please turn your attention to the screen to learn more about this team's remarkable work. Thank you.
The dough case was about a gentleman who was a stone fabricator. A stone fabricator is somebody who works in the stone cutting industry, who is the hard work behind the beautiful countertops that we see, the quartz countertops. Sadly, it's a beautiful product, but it is toxic and it's poisonous. The poison from the slabs, the artificial man-made slabs, is released by the work that is necessary for that product to become a countertop. That cutting releases toxins that caused this gentleman to get silicosis, which is an incurable lung disease.
It'll ruin your lungs, basically, and next thing you know, you can't breathe and you need a lung transplant, which is what happened with this guy. And luckily, he got his lung transplant because we've had others who haven't been so lucky and they end up dying while they're waiting for their new lungs.
When somebody gets in contact with these products and gets the silica in the lungs, everything changes forever.
He was an active man, a family man, hardworking, and to go from that to being crippled with an oxygen tank it's not something you'd wish on your worst enemy.
Every now and then, industry is an ass. And so it was with something called artificial stone or engineered stone. We basically make up this dough out of initially almost 95% crystalline silica, which is the nasty stuff.
The defendants knew their stuff was going to, they had a lot of silica in it and could really harm people, and they still make it. Their warnings weren't sufficient.
Their fight is to completely deflect. It's not the product that's hurting people, it's the process, it's the fault of the employers.
It's shocking how much they knew and yet still put this product out, and how they marketed the artificial stone slabs, that they had the nerve to call it natural when it's over 90% crystalline silica.
Silicosis is a death sentence, an incredibly painful, horrific disease. I mean, you are literally suffocating to death. The knowledge was extensive in the published peer-reviewed medical literature that unlike natural stone, artificial stone was going to kill all the workers, and they chose to make it and sell it anyway. When we started these cases 3 years ago, we had approximately 20 clients. We now have approximately 800 clients in 23 states. There is a group of defendants that are in almost every case because they were the most popular brands. We sue all of the manufacturers of all the brands and the distributors of all the brands. There was a whole group of defendants that were in the case. They went through over 100 days of depositions, intense discovery, just legions of lawyers for a couple years. And then we get assigned out to trial. The judge hears motions in limine and announces that the jury's coming in the next day. And at that point, all of the defendants settled. So it makes sense that a case like this, that the defendants would decide to settle for $27 million.
These are hardworking men, and they are good people, and they deserve just as much justice as anybody else, and often they are cast aside because of language issues, because they are seen as not educated, that they're a population that doesn't matter when they absolutely do, and that's what we're here to work for.
It sets the bar for other cases.
Finally, in California at least, we are hoping that within some months or some time, the product cannot be found here anymore.
We want the industry to change and for this product to be illegal and banned in California and the United States, and more good men shouldn't have to die. More children shouldn't be left without a dad, and wives without husbands. And if we don't act soon, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Please join us in congratulating the legal team behind Doe v. Artificial Stone Defendants. Hold your applause until all names have been read. Alan R. Brayton, Gilbert Purcell, David Donadio, James Nevin, Jason Rose, Hugh Cook, Charlie Velasco Ariza, Eric Solomon, and Heather Ann Young of Brayton Purcell LLP, and Raphael Metzger and Brian Barrow of Metzger Law Group. Congratulations. Please welcome to the stage Public Justice's Chief Executive Officer, Lauren Barnes.
Good evening, friends. I'm not playing the Chicago thing, don't worry. But let me say, first of all, to Lauren, Debbie, Brent, Steve, other clients who are in the room tonight, we are so sorry for what you have suffered. And we are inspired by your courage to turn your anguish and your sacrifice into accountability and activism. We are truly honored that you are here tonight. Thank you. So, what a difference a year makes, right? When we came together for the gala last year, I had no idea I would ever be in this spot, on the stage, in this position, speaking to you as Public Justice's CEO. This is not the journey I expected, but man, it's a path I'm glad I walked down. Before I go further, let me acknowledge my family that's in the room tonight. My uncle, Don Floyd, a longtime community organizer in this area. My aunt, the Reverend Wendy Witt. My cousin Ross Floyd and his partner Naomi Rudner, all of whom use their platforms for social justice every day. I'm especially grateful to my husband and my kids for their encouragement as I've taken on this really important role. Tony, Ariadne, Zachary, Madeline have all become a part of the public justice community through their support of me and because I made them become members. They've given up Eagle Scout Camp Week to be here tonight, good old-fashioned summer do-nothing days to come in from Boston, and they have shown immense patience as I have traveled the country for the past few months to meet and hear from all of you. I couldn't do this without you guys. I love you. I think we just made Madeline's decade. All right, so as I was thinking about what I wanted to say tonight, I couldn't shake the feeling that what has brought us here together is nothing short of magic. Now, yeah, I have been accused of being Pollyanna more than once, and it'll happen again, I'm very sure. Even ChatGPT told me that I should not talk about magic in a room full of lawyers, and I said, shut up, ChatGPT, you're not the boss of me. Not yet. So what I mean is the way that magic leaves us feeling awestruck, with a sense of wonder and optimism. Like the impossible is absolutely possible. That's the kind of magic that public justice causes and channels every day. It's the kind of magic happening in this room tonight and through each and every one of you. It's the power to turn seemingly small things into unbelievably big things. It's public justice clients like Bo Avery, who just wanted his employer to stop cheating his coworkers and him out of his hard-earned wages. Bo was trying to look out for his family and the people he worked alongside every day. And make no mistake, that's a noble and important thing all on its own. But when tech systems tried to change the rules in the middle of the game, in the middle of the lawsuit, and force everyone into arbitration, Bo's legal team turned to public justice for help. And with public justice's help, that fight for fair wages for Bo and his coworkers turned into a precedent-setting Ninth Circuit decision affirming that when corporations abuse their power and try to coerce class members into arbitration in the middle of a case, courts not only can, but must regulate them. Bad guys. You're not blocking access to the court, not on PJ's watch. In a country where it feels like there's a for sale sign on every government agency and justice is only for a rich and powerful few, a win like Beau's might seem rare, fleeting, a little less important than the daily headlines blaring the bad news all around us. I want you to think about it differently. Because in the middle of this tempestuous time in our country's history, wins like Beau's are happening more than we realize. Their impact is so very important, and their consequences are enduring. Of course, it's not magic. It's people like each and every one of you and your clients making one courageous decision after another. It's determination. It's hope becoming action and action becoming lasting change. It's what happens when people unite around a cause greater than themselves. Vincent van Gogh said, "Great things are done by a series of small things brought together." Now, don't get me wrong, there are no small people in this room. I do not want to be accused of saying a bunch of trial lawyers are small people. And there's no small things getting done by the people in this room. But I know that with all that is happening in the world, it's easy for each of us to feel like what we're doing is inconsequential, too small to really matter. Please hear me when I tell you, this is a room of consequence, of people whose actions matter. Public Justice is proud of the work we do every day to bring together the kind of talent and tenacity that you see all around you this evening, and when we do, great things, really great things happen. Take, for example, the names now appearing on the screens beside me. These are the people, many of them in the room tonight, who have helped us in the 12 months since our last gala. They are our co-counsel, our amicus authors and partners, and our community of allied organizations who have been part of our litigation docket over the last year. One by one case, one client, one amicus, one firm at a time, they have come together to do what so urgently needs to be done right now, to save our democracy, protect our rights, uphold our Constitution, even to save the very planet we all live on. That's right. Every once in a while, you get to stand back and simply marvel at what a group of committed people can do together. Public justice performs magic because of you. We make impossible things possible because of you. We break the shackles of corporate and government abuse because of you. Now, in just a bit, you'll hear about some extraordinary outcomes that this public justice community fought for and won over the past year. But for now, let's take a moment and appreciate that there's a lot of good in this world, that hope thrives in rooms like this, and that we can still come together with thousands of small acts of generosity and courage and persistence to, like magic, create truly great things. And that's all because of you, you superheroes and Wonder Women in this room tonight. What a gift it is to be among you. Thank you for joining us on this very magical evening. Thank you for supporting our work. Thank you for fighting with us day in and day out for the world we want to see. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
We'll be taking a short break for dinner service. Our program will resume in 15 minutes. please return to your seats. Our program is about to resume. Please welcome to the stage Public Justice Board member Lee Rohn.
Good evening. After nearly a decade of litigation, 3 Sudanese refugees representing more than 23,000 Sudanese survivors of mass atrocities secured a $20.75 million verdict against BNP Paribas, one of the largest banks in Europe. Their victory was the very first jury verdict holding a major international financial institution civilly liable for its support of mass human rights abuse and for assisting genocide. It is an inspiring and incredible story of legal tenacity and talent. And it is our second finalist for the year's Trial Lawyer of the Year award. Please turn your attention to the screens on stage to learn more.
The Kashef versus BNP Paribas case is about a company's greed.
What happens when a bank funds a genocidal dictator?
It's not just the people with the Kalashnikovs and the bombs. It's the people that are giving them money. And that is really the problem. And that's why we did the case.
Beginning in the mid-90s, the U.S. administration became very alarmed at the systemic human rights abuses committed by the government of Sudan against its own population. In particular, at the time, there was a civil war. The south of the country, which was predominantly Christian and Black African, was fighting for its independence from an authoritarian Islamist, really Arab supremacist ideology that had gripped the capital. The government engaged in mass killings, starvation, religious persecution, and over time, the genocide escalated, despite the fact that the U.S. had imposed what should have been crippling economic sanctions.
This is a case about bodies being burned, entire crops and villages being leveled, military weapons being turned on civilians, all funded by a bank who didn't care it was happening.
Sanctions were imposed in 1997. By the time 2005 rolled around, it had been nearly a decade. And instead of defunding the government of Sudan's war machine, the government of Sudan was selling its oil in US dollars. It was awash in cash. It had developed its own domestic arms industry. It was importing new weapons and aircraft. How was it doing it? How was it getting all the money? Well, that was a central mystery that the US government tried to understand. And it investigated that. And it discovered that one bank, a French bank, BNP Paribas, was single-handedly partnering with the government of Sudan as its de facto central bank to launder essentially all of its foreign currency reserves, all of that oil money, all of that laundered through New York, and it went to feed the killing machine in Darfur.
They would block out the names of the entities that were involved in transactions so that the filter known as OFAC here in the United States wouldn't pick it up and block the transaction.
The Department of Justice fined them billions of dollars for it. On the heels of that, there was then a civil lawsuit brought by Sudanese refugees, 23,000 Sudanese refugees. And that case then persisted for about 10 years.
At that point, our co-counsel Lee Boyd, who had originated the case, was reaching out, speaking with other human rights litigators around the country about taking the case forward.
We knew that this was going to be a fraught undertaking, and we had a lousy 8 weeks to put together a case that took some 10 years to develop.
And finally, there was a trial for 3 of the 23,000.
What had been teed up was conflict of laws. Was the case going to be governed by New York tort law or by Swiss tort law? And it was right after we joined that Judge Nathan decided Swiss tort law would govern. We had to become experts in Swiss tort law.
Perhaps one of the most telling moments of the trial was when an executive from France was flown over and literally answered a question saying, we knew at the time we were involved in banking services with the government of Sudan that they were engaged in genocide.
At the end of the day, aiding and abetting liability is not that dissimilar in different legal systems. There are a few nuances, but by and large, If someone knowingly contributes to another's unlawful act, they're liable.
For 3 individual plaintiffs among the 23,000, there was a verdict of almost $21 million.
There's always been an element of the bank being too big to be held liable here. And it's sending a message that no one is too big to be liable. The case meant something to us almost spiritually, as about using the law, the courts, to bring justice, to do what we all aspire to do as lawyers.
We have a huge responsibility to lead the fight for justice.
Please join us in congratulating the legal team behind Kashif v. BNP Paribas SA. Hold your applause until all names have been read. Bobby DiCello, Kenneth P. Aberno, Carrie Symie, Greg C. Gutzler, Scott Gilmore, Mark A. DiCello, and Adam J. Levitt of DiCello Levitt LLP. Michael D. Hosfeld, Amanda Lee Dasgupta, Claire Rossett, Percy Metcalf, James D. Gotts, and Mary Samira Van Houten Harper of Hausfeld LLP. Catherine Lee Boyd, Maxim Price, Kristen Nelson, Michael Eggenberger, and David L. Hecht of Hecht Partners LLP, and Cy Smith, Aiton D. Goldman, and Josh Matthew of Zuckerman Spader LLP. Congratulations. Please welcome to the stage public justice client Steve Snyder Hill.
Good evening. Thank you for inviting me to join you here in Chicago tonight. Tonight is a celebration of what the legal community can do when it's at its best and its brightest come together and push for change. But behind every groundbreaking piece of litigation, every precedent set, and every settlement secured are people. Regular, everyday people who went through something unfair and unjust and found the courage within themselves to fight back and make change. In just a few minutes, you'll learn about some of the people challenging the systems, institutions, and corporations that tried to keep them quiet, that tried to keep them powerless, and tried to keep them from having their day in court. I am one of those people, and my story is among those you'll hear tonight. I'm one of about 1,000 former Ohio State University students who were sexually assaulted by a university doctor, Richard Strauss. My story of fighting for justice, along with the stories of others in this video, would not have been possible without public justice. In fact, each of the stories you're about to hear highlights exactly why public justice's work matters so much to people like me, that have experienced roadblocks to justice. Because when the courthouse doors are closed and powerful institutions seem to hold all the cards, public justice isn't afraid to take on the fight and demand that those stories be heard. In a world where facts are challenged and history is attempting to be rewritten, one thing cannot be argued. Public justice has an incredible and long history of getting things done. Public justice has been fighting for workers, consumers, families, students, and communities for decades, and it shows. It shows in the expertise they bring to every case. It shows in the creative ways that they establish new precedent. And it shows in the way that they fight for clients to have their day in court, even when it looks like that the odds are stacked against them. I know because I had a front row seat to public justice's tenacity for the past 8 years. Watching Adele Kimmel, where's Adele at? And her team continuously fight on behalf of myself and other fellow OSU survivors for nearly a decade has been nothing short of inspiring. It shows that public justice doesn't just talk about unrigging the system, they live it with their clients every step of the way. Over the past few months, a film crew has been traveling the country and capturing the stories of the people behind public justice's litigation. The clients, like me, the attorneys that bring their fights to the courts, and the amazing staff that helps us tell our stories. Whether you're in Ohio, challenging a major university, or Pennsylvania demanding the clean water, or in Colorado fighting for family visitation, or a former employee taking on powerful global or corporation, we all have one thing in common. It's our fight for justice. Public justice is leveling the playing field. Please join me in celebrating the people and the stories working to unrig the system. Thank you.
I'm suing one of the most powerful companies in the world, and I'm just one person.
I understood what gaslighting meant. I understood what the term meant, but I've never experienced it like I have these 8 years.
We all make mistakes, but I feel like my rights were violated by what they've done.
You have a corporate polluter that at the end of the day claims they care about the local environment and the community, but is that reflective of their actions? No.
And I don't think that they were anticipating the public justice was going to come in and argue this.
Every day, corporations and governmental actors abuse their power and cause harm to millions of Americans across this country. And often that harm is not in a way that grabs the headlines, but has real and lasting impacts on our communities. Those fights are the public justice fights. Ending forced arbitration is a central, almost a founding pillar of public justice's work. We've been working for decades to make sure that workers, consumers, anyone with a claim can have their day in court.
I started at TikTok in late 2019. I was there almost for 3 years. I was fired in September of 2022, and it was devastating. Things suddenly turned from being this exceptional performer to being so extremely micromanaged, abusively micromanaged, and I didn't understand why.
Katie was undermined by some of her managers. She was subjected to sexual harassment at an off-campus event, and the company didn't support her or respond to her or properly investigate and ensure that she was kept safe.
It was so upsetting because I was there to work and I had to leave. And it really set me back and it made me feel so uncomfortable. I realized that I may need to take legal action. I didn't even know what that meant. I just knew that I wanted it to stop, and I knew that what was happening to me was wrong.
Katie brought her suit in February of 2024, and then TikTok sought to compel arbitration of her claims, meaning they sought to take her claims out of court and put them in front of a private arbitrator. And the district court ruled in January of 2025 that they couldn't do that because of a recent statute called the Ending Forced Arbitration and Sexual Assault and Sexual Harassment Act. But TikTok sought to appeal that case.
In this case, TikTok is trying to get around the EFAA in a few different ways. Most glaringly, I would say, is that they're saying that this isn't sexual harassment at all, and arguing that sexual harassment means only, sexual advances or sexual comments or lewd comments, and not a pattern of gender-based abuse, which is the well-established meaning of sexual harassment is in the law.
My attorney at Wigdor reached out and told me that public justice wanted to be a part of my lawsuit, be a part of this appeal against forced arbitration. I cannot tell you how grateful I was to know that.
This is one of the first cases about the meaning of the EFAA to go in front of the courts of appeals around the country.
So it's really important that in cases like Katie's, we're able to get courts to interpret that statute broadly to protect the most employees and consumers and anyone else who might be able to benefit from it.
Modern landfill is a great example of the power of a citizen suit, which is a tool that's uniquely and really expertly wielded by our environmental enforcement project.
Our organization operates within an 8,500 square mile territory. Right now we're in Wrightsville, Pennsylvania.
The river keepers across the country are the frontline sort of defense, if you will, to make sure that facilities like Modern Landfill are adhering to their permits.
We're dealing with a lot of impaired waterways all around us, and it's a big job to take impaired waterways and ultimately get them clean again. But in this case, for Modern Landfill, they had control over that. They had to get sued to clean up their act.
Modern Landfill got a permit in 2017 from Pennsylvania, and this permit regulated the discharges from their wastewater treatment system at the Modern Landfill facility. And so Modern Landfill, you can imagine, creates a huge amount of leachate, pollution from the decomposition of all that trash, garbage, refuse, and everything else that goes in there. That leachate gets collected and then ostensibly treated in a wastewater treatment system that is discharged to Croix Creek. They became pretty obvious early on that they couldn't meet those effluent limitations. And so what happens? They violate their permit, and they violate the permit pretty consistently.
Croix Creek is the stream that runs right by our property. Ted came to me knowing where I lived and grabbed this piece of quartz out of the gravel in the bottom of the stream. And when I picked it up, the half of it that was exposed to the water was orange. The half of it that was still in the sediment in the gravel was white.
Heard from residents and neighbors, I've seen it myself, with my own eyes. The lack of wildlife, the lack of aquatic species.
The kids that live in our community go to Croix Creek Elementary. They should be able to safely go, hop in that stream and look for critters.
But when you sue them in federal court, they have to come up and say, here's our answer. Here the answer was essentially, yeah, we violated our permit 419 times. Obviously this company didn't think that they should be liable for what happened, but nonetheless, the federal district judge disagreed.
I can't say enough good things about public justice and about Jim Hecker and his team.
This case wouldn't have been possible without the legal acumen of Jim Hecker and Steve Harvey. They were able to put together both a powerful summary judgment motion that prevailed, along with an incredibly powerful demonstration at trial that we anticipate receiving a very favorable verdict from the judge in terms of what that civil penalty should be.
It's been a privilege for me and for the organization to be part of it.
Our right to hug cases at Public Justice are about fighting corporations and governmental actors by extension that are not just profiting off of people, but profiting off of people who have the fewest resources in our society.
We live here in Denver, Colorado. We really like to play like any activities outside, play ball, soccer. I was incarcerated fighting my charge, which they upped my bond so high, ridiculous high, that I couldn't afford to get out.
So the plaintiffs in this case are not incarcerated people, right? It's a 6-year-old, a 4-year-old, a 9-year-old, and 2 moms. When we incarcerate people, we aren't doing that in a vacuum. People are connected. And so when you incarcerate a parent, you are dramatically impacting the children in their lives, their co-parent, if they have one, their parents, like this whole web of people are totally destabilized by that separation.
HomeWave, this company that's in Adams County, they right now are the provider for phone calls, video calls, and essentially have like a complete monopoly over communications with families inside and outside of the facility. The jail and the private company make much more money if families are only able to communicate through paid video and phone calls versus actual in-person visits with each other.
They really were upset because I missed holidays and birthdays are special, and even to hug him on that day would have meant a lot for me. That's why I joined the team, for my family and for my loved ones.
We're hopeful that the Court of Appeals and the Supreme Court will focus on what we think the trial court really got right, which is that she made this finding that children are irreparably harmed by this kind of separation.
What gives me hope is definitely working with families.
Our Student Civil Rights Project fights on behalf of students and student athletes who have been discriminated against, sexually assaulted, sexually harassed, really anyone facing conditions in their schooling that make it so that they can't be who they are and live their life to their fullest.
Snyder Hill versus The Ohio State University is a case about a powerful institution that facilitated a serial sexual predator, Dr. Richard Strauss, from the late 70s to the late 1990s. It also covered up that abuse for 4 decades, and then it tried to evade responsibility for the massive harm that it caused to countless students and others.
So I went to student health in 1995, I think that it was, because I had a lump on my chest, and somebody said that you need to get that checked or whatever. He did, several like genital exams and rectal exam without gloves and everything. And I remember that I was like, I'm here for my chest. Now in retrospect, I think that he was probably arousing himself and he was trying to get me aroused, but he definitely had an erection and he shoved it into the side of me and held me there while he was like working my chest, asking me all these questions. And so I was just, frozen. I didn't know what to do or say.
And so there is just a bold-faced lie in a letter from the head of Student Health Services to Steve Snyder Hill, saying that Dr. Strauss had never done anything like this before. And this was in 1995 when this letter was written, and the university had known since 1979 about Strauss's abuse.
And then you find out the scope of this, that this guy's done this to thousands of people. And it's just so gross. And then on top of that, you're like, I wasn't confused, and I knew it back then, and now and it just infuriates you. And that's, I think, my last 8 years of my life is pretty much what it's been.
Title IX itself does not have its own statute of limitations. It borrows the statute of limitations from each state. And in Ohio, the statute of limitations is 2 years from when the injury occurred. That's what's typical. However, in Title IX, you have your own rules for determining when that clock begins to run. Because of the legal strategy that public justice developed to deal with the statute of limitations argument, all of these student survivors were allowed to proceed with their claims. Ultimately, the precedent that we established with our co-counsel in this case has been cited in over 120 cases. So this was an important precedent to establish.
Every single time for the rest of humanity, if somebody tries to sue for Title IX and the school lied, they will quote our case, and that's forever.
We take on the everyday assaults on our rights in ways that make a tangible difference for the millions of Americans and communities all across this country.
I just want to thank Public Justice and Caitlin and all the team, Alexandra.
I honestly, I can't say enough about what I think about public justice.
Public justice has the expertise in these specific areas of the law.
Oh my God, it's amazing. We can't do this work without groups like Public Justice.
That's what we mean by unrigging the system. And that's what we show up at Public Justice every day determined to do.
Tenacious, brave clients and our brilliant attorneys. Can we please get one more round of applause for the incredible work we are all here to support tonight? Okay, so this was the part of the program where I was going to introduce our professional fundraising extraordinaire, who is a dear friend of mine from Minneapolis. And like some of the empty chairs here tonight, and Ben Crump, his flight got canceled. So it is my distinct pleasure to introduce tonight yours truly, and Mr. Larry Taylor, who is my spotter. We learned how to be professional fundraisers about 20 minutes ago. So Please, can we get a little energy in the room tonight? Brad, can we get a little vibe? All right. So thank you all for being here tonight. As you know, we are here to support the incredible work that you saw on that video, the incredible finalists tonight. It is a true pleasure to be a part of this board, to serve at the pleasure of all of these incredible attorneys. So we are going to raise a little money tonight because none of this happens without your support. There are QR codes on your tables, and if you feel so compelled to make a gift tonight, every single dollar at every single level matters. It contributes to the work of this incredible organization. We are going to start tonight, so if you feel so compelled, please raise your bidder number. I am very new at this, so be patient as we call out your numbers. Larry is in the room, my spotter, with a microphone and maybe a video recorder. And we are going to start tonight the giving at $25,000. Is there anyone in the room tonight who wants to make a $25,000 gift?
And we got one. We got one. We got one. All right, so you can unlock the top lock, but the rest of the 5 locks will remain locked. And you are, sir?
We're Gupta Wessler, and we're proud to support Lauren Barnes' leadership of public justice.
You hear that?
Our friends at Gupta Wessler. Is there anyone else in the room tonight who wants to match Gupta Wessler's $25,000 gift?
Melissa, hold up, hold up, hold up. Look, we have this young lady holding up the sign, so please do not make her hold up this sign and not give money. All right, do it for the kids. Do it for the kids. And they're in the room, so they see you. So make sure you donate for the kids. There you go. All right.
Thank you, Gupta Wessler, for your incredibly generous gift tonight. I am going to move to $10,000. Is there anyone in the room tonight who wants to make a $10,000 gift to public justice?
Whoa! The signs are going up! They're going up! Oh my God! Young lady, who are you?
Christine Spagnoli from Solvang, California.
Woo!
Larry, you gotta help me out. I am getting old. I cannot see those bidder numbers. Can you please help me out?
That is number 203.
Larry.
Oh,
we got friends at Coachella 11.
TV Tony, we coming. We coming, TV Tony. We coming. We got 398 over here. And who are you, sir?
I'm Adam Levitt.
You're very tall and handsome. Very tall and handsome.
Thank you very
All right, so 398 has just given $10,000. Now we're gonna make
Adam
our way
Levitt
over
and
here.
Coachella
Who do we
11.
have? Oh, we got signs pointed. We got, wait a minute, this young lady is holding up. God, I'm tired. Whew, Jesus, y'all working me. Keep working me. I need to lose weight. We have 533, and young lady, who are you?
Very short and old.
Look, it's only one comedian here, all right? Only one comedian. Now, who are you really? Because we all know who you are, but say it for the camera.
Okay. Hi, Elizabeth Grazer here. Pleased to be here.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
And a man who needs no introduction, I'm on my way.
Larry, you gotta move. Let's
Wait
go.
a minute, hold on. I can't pass money. We got TV Tony. TV Tony, you're giving, I'm sorry. Who are you, sir? We haven't met you.
I am Meek. I am just your friend, Tony Romanucci.
There we go. Number 455. 455. All right, I'm making my way over here. I can't run no more because y'all gonna have to pick me up. Somebody dial 9-1. All right, who do we, we got 282. And wait a minute, hold on, who is this? Who do we have over here? Who?
Running my dreams, Larry. Andre Mira.
Let's see, you know what?
Thank you so much.
Gibbs Mira.
My man. Oh! Wait, who do we have here? 293.
Mark Troutman with Troutman and Judge. Partner right here.
Thank you so much.
Why you always trying to show me up, man? You always trying to show me up. Who else do we have? Do we have another? Oh, my goodness. Oh, You guys should try this. You burn calories. You burn calories. We got 161.
I want you to run around here a couple more times. I'll give you $10,000 and Kiss with Motley Rice.
Woo!
Thank you, Motley Rice.
Motley Rice. Who do we? Oh my goodness. 509.
David Hecht from Hecht Partners, and this is my partner Lee Boyd, lead counsel.
In honor of the best clients one could ever ask for the past 10 years, the Sudanese Americans coming here to help be honored for their part in bringing this case. And being their lawyer has been the greatest honor of my life. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Wait.
Congratulations for your nomination.
Melissa, you're more fit than I am. We're going to have to tag out. We got 377. And who do we have here?
Jenny Anderson. Woo!
My favorite athlete right there. My favorite athlete. Here we go. Let's go, Ed. I'm sorry.
Let's go.
And who are you, young lady?
I'm Ann Trong from Simmons Hanley Conroy for some 10K. Let's go, people.
Thank you, Ann.
We're raising money. We're raising money. You guys might actually get out of here tonight. Y'all might actually unlock the second lot.
All right.
Do we have another? I'm going to give the people time. Do we have? Give me one more 10,000. Can I get one more? Don't make me do it like I'm in a Baptist church. Can I get one more 10? I got one more 10. I got one more 10. And we have number 178. And who do we have here?
Rob Jenner and Beth Graham.
There we go.
Thank you so much.
There we go.
Thank you so much to all of our $10,000 level donors. We are going to move to $5,000. Can we start with the
I got one.
$5,000
I got
gift?
one. Hold up. It's like an obstacle course. All right, here we go. Who is this handsome young dude? Dude, is it your 27th birthday?
Close. Add a couple years. Brian Pope on behalf of the Cochran firm, Texas, with my partner Larry and Danae.
Woohoo! The Cochran firm. Oh my goodness.
Larry, can I get a bidder number?
I'm sorry, Brian. What's your number, Brian? 199. 199.
Thank you.
Oh, here we
All
go.
right, we got some activity over here.
Are we 257? You know what? He looked real sweet. Sir, what is your name?
Do I have to answer?
Yes, you got to give your money. We need to know who's giving it because we're holding you responsible. This is a contract.
Wait. I didn't learn about those. What?
Your clients are watching. Would you like to change your answer?
Yeah, David Sugarman.
There we go. We got
Sugarman,
257 from the Shug. Who else do we have for 5?
I see Gene Martin.
All right, this is what we're gonna do. I need everybody raise your number on this side because going back and forth is killing me. Who do we have here? We got 314.
Thank you, Gene Martin.
Gene Martin, and this is in honor of my dear friend Lauren Barnes.
Who is Lauren Barnes? All right, now y'all just messing with me. I was just over there at your table. You could have raised your sign then. And then you're gonna make me, I thought we were friends. I will dance with you. All right. And we have 206 with
Laura Yeager Law, in honor of Public Justice Ellen Presby and Lauren Barnes, and AAJ.
And you are who with AAJ?
The treasurer.
The treasurer, from treasurer to treasurer. This the money right here, baby. This the money. I'm gonna. If I'm out of shape, I don't know if I'm gonna make the dance hall. All right, here we go. Oh, we got another one. 340. I got a special guest. You come with me. Come on. All right, now ask her who she is.
Who are you?
Say a number. 348.
348.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Oh, wow. I'm Eleanor Sterling. I'm from the Koskoff firm, so $5,000 from us.
We
Thank
love
you,
public
Tosca.
Thank you.
All right, give a shout out. Y'all doing it for the kids. Who else do we have? Oh, here we go. There we go. Same side, just
I
a
see
table
Janet
away.
Varnell.
Oh, I got one right here. I got one
Sorry.
right here.
You're slow. Let's go.
Look, man, look, hey, man, look, I'm almost 55 years old. I'm not gonna do all of that. All right, who do we have? 447.
Hadley Lumbeck from Faraci Lang, a smaller firm in upstate New York. If we can do $5,000, y'all can get your paddles up.
The challenge has been laid. The challenge has been laid. Who else do we have for 5? Oh! Hey, that side. They 3-1. Y'all gotta come on with it. So let me get somebody over there. Who do we have?
My man. Varnell and Warwick, sixth lawyer firm from Florida, in support of Melissa Weiner for her outstanding contributions year after year. Thank you. $5,000.
Thank you.
108.
Thank you, Brian and Janet.
Our past president, Janice. All right, here we go. Look, that side. Y'all gotta do something. This is 4. It's 4-1. Now you do know if you lose, your side lose, you have to clean up. So y'all better get with it. Who do we have over here? Okay, we gotta go. We had an obstacle course. We got 265. Oh, Jesus, y'all getting beat. Here we go. Who do we have here?
Eric English, Resolution Strategies, a two-person law firm for $5,000.
There we go.
Thank you for
There
your
we
gift.
go. There we go. Back to back. We got 537. Who do we have?
Chris Ritchie.
Chris Ritchie.
Show my support to Melissa, Lauren.
Thank you. Amazing
He said that's so
supporters from
presidential.
Huntington Bank. Thank you
He
so
said
much
that's so
for your gift,
presidential.
Chris. Thank you.
I am Chris Ritchie. I'm giving 5,000. That side has not given anything. Come on, that side. Here we go. Somebody. Do it for the left. Do it for the left. Here we go. 149.
Eric Kramer and Julia Colton for the Baltimore guns case, Ghost Guns team.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Thank you.
Hey, okay, that's just one on this side. Can I get somebody?
Hey, Larry, just in, while we're allowing the right side of the room to regroup, Gary Klinger from Millburg is not able to be here tonight, but he just made a $5,000 gift.
I'm gonna let y'all have that one. That counts to this side? All right. So it's 2-5. You still, let's go. I'm gonna have to call my brothers up. Hey man, y'all get y'all side together. Tell them to come on. Let's get them to go. Let's go. Anybody else on this side? 5,000 going once. 5,000 going twice. There we go. All right, I'm not running back there. Brian, you're not collecting on the key man insurance today, buddy. You're not collecting. All right, where was that sign? Where was it at? There we go. Let me see your number. 546.
Jeff Graber and Cohen Milstein.
And who?
Doug McNamara.
That's what I'm saying.
Thank
Jeff,
you, Doug.
Jeff let y'all have it. All right.
Thank you, Doug.
It is 5-4. At least leave on a tie, right? Make it like the first round of whatever, the World Cup. Leave with a tie. Can I get one more? 5,000 on this side. 5,000 going once, twice. Y'all gonna lose over 5,000? Where we at? Oh, the pressure. 596.
I am Sandra Monroe from CPT.
Why are y'all laughing? He's Sandra. There we go. Now we'll let the real Sandra speak.
Lauren Barnes.
Public Justice.
There we go. There we go.
Thank you so much. All right, we are going to move to $2,500. And so that Amy Keller and Kelly Simon do not get the hook and fire me, we are going to, if people can put their bid numbers in the air, Larry and I are going to read them, and we will do our best to make our way around. $2,500, folks.
So
and I cannot see. All right, we have
180. We got 180 right here. Man, that's a bad jacket.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
Lauren, thank you. 210. Thank you so much.
Malarkey Perlin. We've been around for 10 months. You may not have heard of us yet, but you will.
I see Cecily. I cannot see your number, Larry.
590.
And Kim Stevens, thank you so much for your gift. Oh, Kristen Simplicio from Clarkson, 111. Thank you so much for your gift.
And who do we have here? 210?
Lauren McGeever from Epic.
There we go.
Lauren McGeever, thank you.
There we go. Whoa, I got hands in the back. Whoa, boy, y'all not, woo, this side, they on fire now. There you go. 159.
Sarah Couch, Motley Rice.
Sarah Couch, new board member at Public Justice. Thank you so much for your gift.
Motley Rice is showing out. Oh, here we
Norm
go.
Siegel.
Norm Siegel.
116.
You know, Lauren Barnes really stepped up for public justice, and appreciate everyone in the room stepping up for her and this organization. Thank you.
Thank you, Norm.
There you go. Thank you for saving me steps. 117, who do we have?
Barrett Volley, and I'll ditto that, and also praise Amy Keller's beautiful gown.
There we go. There we go. Shout out to the gown. Shout out to the gown. Who else do we have? Hold on, let me see your number. 111.
Oh my God, I'm so on the spot. Love this organization. Anyone who can give, really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
New board member, Kristen Simplicio.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
We got, here we go. Hey, Melissa, I might need your help, girl. This is a lot. 202, who do we have?
Tara Sutton, former president with Gary Wilson, on behalf of Ellen Presby.
There we go. There we
Thank you,
go.
past president Tara Sutton.
My man Wayne, 599.
Wade Parsons, saving you some steps.
I appreciate it. That's why you my guy, Wayne. That's why you my guy. Who else do we have over here? I thought, here we go. 448.
Robin Greenwald for everybody.
There we go. Robin, thank you so much. All right, we got.
Oh, right here, Larry.
Melissa, you're supposed to be down here helping me. You're supposed to be down. I need to see an ID. Do you even have a credit card? All right, who do we? 378. Who do we have here?
Maya Klein.
With who?
Her.
And her gave $2,500.
Evans Law Firm.
There we go, the Evans Law Firm.
All right, do we have any other $2,500 gifts out there? I see more. I see you, Matt Lee.
Woo, Jesus.
I see you, Matt Lee. 315.
142, my man Roger.
Roger Mandel, in honor of Adele Kimmel and her almost half a century of work for public justice.
All right, you're not supposed to say that part. You're not supposed to say that part. All right, who else do we have?
I got Matt Lee. Thank you. Lee Siggy. I don't see Harper. Matt Lee.
245.
Ali Chavez for all the amazing work that Public Justice does.
There you go.
Thank you.
There you go. All right. Whoa. 553.
Tim Martin, Lit Pro, on behalf of Lauren Barnes and Kelly Simon. Thank you.
Thank you, Lit Pro, for your incredible support. Right here, Larry.
Oh, who do we? Where do we have? 315.
I got Matt Lee.
That's Matt Lee of Lisa Gee for the amazing work that Public Justice does.
Thank you, Matt.
And y'all give it out to Matt, because he reminds me of a young Jimmy Johnson. He is
Larry,
sharp
right
as a tack.
behind you.
And we have 184. Who do we have here?
Adam Gomez, Grant Eisenhofer.
Adam, thank you. All right.
All right, 25. Oh, Beth Terrell.
There. 562.
So I'm so inspired, Larry, that I'm going to go up a bracket to $5,000.
There we go.
Thank you, Beth.
Back that thing up. 5,000. There we go.
All right, folks, last call for $2,500.
Oh, we got a hand. You know what? She loves public justice so much, she didn't even have a sign. So we're going to just say that. Do we have a number? 198.
Yeah. I just wanted to thank Ellen Presby for inviting me to my first Public Justice Gala. And to Lauren
Thank
for
you
the
so
magic.
much. I
All
see
right, hold
Robin Griffin right
Hold on.
here. in the
There we
front.
go. Here I come. 539.
I too am inspired. I'm going up to 5.
There we go.
Thank you, Robin.
Robin Griffin. Robin Griffin.
Robin Griffin.
All right, Larry, keep walking. Keep going, Larry. Nope, turn toward Blake.
Blake is pointing over here.
Hey, if you want to walk back and
All right,
forth.
guys, we got to wrap this up. Let's get going. Larry, I'm going to help you.
We gotta get going.
Hello.
Amy's gonna get the hug.
Did
All right.
you raise your placard?
There we
sir?
go. Thank you, Amy.
You did. Was that a yes?
I'm going
was it
to the other side.
255? Oh, we have 255 here, sir. 225, I'm sorry. Anna Zapala.
Hi, this is on behalf of Kachet Petrie McCarthy, and let me tell you, it's really easy being generous with other people's money.
Fantastic. So thank you in absentia. Go, Joe Kachet.
I take a hint. Well, folks, we are going to get the last couple of $2,500 gifts, and then we are going to move to $1,000 gifts. Larry, I see you lurking awkwardly. Do something.
You know what? I just need, in celebration of my 25th birthday today, I would love to hit, why are y'all laughing? 250,000. Can I get one more pledge to go ahead and take me over to the top? I got one in the back. There we go. Woo! Here we go. Let me see that number, Tiff. 379.
With our powers combined, we will get us to $250,000 at $1,500.
We got a $1,500 pledge.
Thank you.
From the three.
Bhavani Ravindran Law.
Tiffany Ellis, Piper Wolf.
Paige White from EPW Law.
There we go.
Thank you so much.
Teamwork.
Okay, we are going. Oh, yeah, Larry's still going. Okay.
We got 583 from my man Tony, the other TV Tony.
Yeah, he told me to make it $100. I'll make it $1,500.
Come on, man. And Tony, you're with who?
Well, Cuda Law in Chicago. Plus,
come on,
I got the restaurant, and I also grew up with Tony Romanucci. We were baby brothers in the PD's office.
What's the name of the restaurant?
The Alston.
The Alston. Guys, you got to try it. They got duck like nobody's business. We got 230. 230's giving money. Oh, she picked up somebody else's sign, and I love it. They're going to give too. 235, and you're with?
Angela Reddock, a mediator with Signature Resolution in California, and also the host of the Legal Lens radio show and podcast, and Lauren was a guest.
There we go.
Thank you.
There we go.
All right,
we're
gonna last call, $2,500. Thank you so much for your generous gifts. We are going to move to $1,000, and because I can see that I am getting some wrap it up, Melissa. We are not going to miss anybody in the room. Please raise your bidder numbers. $1,000. We will do our best to go around and call you out. Larry, we are going to read them off.
We got Christian Clapp over here, 586. Thank you, Christian.
384.
Rachel Sykes.
Greg Asciola, 402. Thank you so much.
383.
383, Petra Aaron on behalf of GDH Law.
There we go. Whoa, hold on. 542.
Emily Hepburn Lane from Veritex Legal Solutions.
547.
Eric Kafka from Cohen Milstein.
Ohio.
Hang on, Larry, I got some people over here. What do we have? 478.
Mike Holden, Romanucci.
Thank you, sir. And we got another one over here, 476.
Ken Claybeck, friend of Tony, Stefan, and R&B.
Friend of Tony's, thank you so
All right,
much.
folks, lift your bidder numbers high.
457.
Sabita Soneji
Thank
with
you,
Tico and
Sabita. 110, Glenn Danis.
Glenn Danis from Clarkson. Thanks so much, Melissa and Amy and everyone else.
Thank you so much.
606.
Brandon Waddell, Kaplan Cobb in Atlanta.
There we go.
Amazing. All right,
The
112.
Derek Brandt from Clarkston.
Thank you.
127.
Laura Shannon to honor all of Lauren Barnes' help with the National Plaintiffs Law Association.
All right, we got 358 coming for you, David.
Oh, hello. David Rappaport, Public Justice, doing a great job.
Thank you so much. All right, and we got 348.
Yeah, it's Eleanor again. I'll give another 1,000.
Thank you so much. Excellent.
All right, right in the front here, 467. Thank you so much for your gift. I cannot see your name. I am, sorry.
And we got 387.
Al Brayton, Brayton Purcell.
All right, we got 354.
Scott Perry, first time attendee.
Thank you, Scott Perry.
223.
So I'm doing this for my best friend who's no longer with us, Jack Lanskroner.
Way to go, Brad.
All right, folks, last call, $1,000 gift. Going once,
Hang
going
on,
twice.
we got 497 over here. What's your name, sir?
Oh, look at that.
Star of the Miami Vice reboot, Jeremiah Posadel.
Also known as Amy's husband. Thank you, Jeremiah and Amy. All right, going once, going twice. Thank you so much for your generous gifts.
Thank you.
We are going to move to $500. We are not going to read every single name, but we are going to read every single number. Let's get some great participation in here tonight for the folks that you saw in those videos, for the folks who are in this room, who are actually changing the world. $500.
229. 229.
Deborah Ellman for Ellen, who carried the torch, David, who's picking it up, Lauren for the magic, and Kelly for the gala.
Thank
There
you.
we go.
Nada, 416. Thank you so much.
177, Elise Martin. Thank you so much.
Woo! All right, $500, folks. We're going to move to $250, and I want to see all of these bid paddles go up, and then I will get off this stage. All right. $250. Let's see those paddles in the air. $250. Folks, I will stand here awkwardly, and my feet are starting to hurt. Let's go. $250.
Hang
Oh,
on,
we got
hang
one.
on.
We got one. I'm
Oh,
gonna
no,
beat
you
you.
got that one, Larry?
Yes.
All right, I'll go over here. Oh, we got one over here.
We got one.
All right, $212. Thank you so much for your gift.
And we have 169 and
Zachary.
My word.
Barnes. One.
Okay.
look at that smile.
561.
Look at that smile. Y'all give for the smile.
Thank you. 556. Michael Cooney, thank you so much. 558.
163.
Thank you.
488. My man Patrick.
On behalf of Tico and Zavari, thank you. Patrick Ray.
Oh, we got 345.
Dave Goodwin, Gus Wilson-Glick.
Thank you so much.
I see a Barnes child with a card. Larry, you are better hustle over to that side of the room, please. All right, folks, while Larry makes his way over there, any other $250 gifts on this side of the room?
Not to be outdone by her big brother, who do we have?
Madeline Barnes.
172.
Done. Yeah.
Up, and not to be outdone by her younger sister or her younger brother, we have
Ariadne Barnes.
And we have 171. The cameraman
Thank you so much. That is the
cameraman just hit
perfect
me.
way to end with Lauren's beautiful children. You all, thank you for hanging in there with us tonight. We really appreciate it, and thank you so much for your generosity.
Hey, Melissa, you can still give, even though Melissa's leaving the stage. The QR codes are on your table. Please continue to give. Thank you so much for all that you've done. And for all those who have given and said their names, once again, thank you and God bless.
Thank you. All right. All right. We go home now. Go to bed.
Please welcome to the stage Public Justice Past President Preston Tisdale.
I can't dance to that. Our final Trial Lawyer of the Year finalist team this year won a $62 million verdict, the largest ever handed down by a jury against a gun dealer. Finding the dealer accountable for trafficking and violence arising from his distribution of ghost guns. Their victory sends an unmistakable message that this industry, which has worked so hard to shield itself from accountability for the damage its weapons cause, is not immune from liability. Please turn your attention to the screens to learn more about this groundbreaking victory.
If any of you have ever wondered where illegal guns are coming from in the city of Baltimore, if any of you have ever wondered how children and juveniles get guns, ghost guns in the city of Baltimore, if any of you have ever wondered how criminals in Baltimore are arming themselves, one important answer to all of these questions is sitting here in this court.
Ghost guns. Ghost guns.
Ghost guns. Firearms.
Mayor and City Council of Baltimore versus Polymer 80 et al. Is a case about ghost gun kits. It's also about what happens when gun cases go to a jury. The city saw a rise of ghost guns being recovered. These were being recovered from teens at a disproportionate rate. They were being recovered from gun trafficking operations.
We were seeing them show up in our schools. We were seeing them used in homicides and shootings. And so definitely was a problem and a challenging one to address. And so I think this case, both looking at the manufacturer of the ghost guns as well as dealers that are not acting in responsible ways, alongside all of these efforts we were doing to get ahead and in front of community and stop people from using guns in the first place. All of those things coming together is part of what we see as a public health approach.
The defendant was in violation of a number of different laws. They were selling guns without background checks. They were selling guns without any paperwork. They were selling guns without even IDing anyone. This trial was the first trial in 10 years of a gun company for its sales and marketing practice. And it's the first time ever that a gun company was in front of a jury on a public nuisance claim. It's the gun industry's worst nightmare come true. Ghost guns are untraceable. That's the whole point of them. And so our case was based entirely on circumstantial evidence. What we did have is a large number of sales right outside of Baltimore.
So we had to rely on their sales practices, which showed that they were pushing these ghost gun kits. We had to prove that there was a public nuisance, right? Ghost guns were a threat to public health and safety. They were turning up in the hands of teens and gun traffickers. We also had to show a way forward. We had to prove our abatement remedy, and we came up with a remedy in consultation with the city that would help teens and other people who might consider using a gun to resolve conflict so that somebody chooses a better path. And we told the jury to use their common sense to say, if you're selling thousands of these kits, a stone's throw from the city's border, and the city is seeing a huge influx of these kits, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to connect the dots. And that's what the jury did. And what we told them was, this is your chance. This is your chance to actually change things. We were asking for $31 million, which is a lot of money. We essentially told the jury in closing, you can go down, you can go up, you can adjust, because we really didn't know which way the jury was gonna go. And then when they answered the question of what is the amount necessary to abate this nuisance, the answer was $62 million. We were shocked. It was the largest verdict against a gun dealer in the history of this country by a factor of 10.
And so this just shows that this kind of legal action to disrupt the supply side of guns that are being used to commit crimes and used to fuel violence in our city can have a major impact. And so we want to continue to see this trend go that direction.
I hope that others get in and do these cases. We need more firms stepping up and doing these cases and delivering more success like we've had.
The fact that the jury doubled the amount that we asked for in 2 hours, the first time a gun company's conduct was laid out before a jury for public nuisance, that should scare them.
Please join us in congratulating the legal team behind Mayor and City Council of Baltimore v. Polymer 80, Inc. Hold your applause until all names have been read. James Hanaway of Berger Montag, Saba Beretta of Sanford Heisler Sharp McKnight, Philip Bangle and Jenna Klein of Brady United Against Gun Violence, and Thomas Webb of Baltimore City Department of Law. Congratulations. Please welcome to the stage Public Justice President David Sugarman.
Whoa, what a night, right? Oh my God. I mean, listen, shout out to Amy Keller and the fabulous Gala group. Larry Taylor stole so many wallets, Melissa Weiner, and of course, Kelly Simon and Steve Rawls. Couldn't have done this without you. Hey, thank you so much. But listen, in times of darkness, and look, it's dark out there, I look for the light. And I look for the light, and I look at the light in this beautiful place. There was the light on the lake earlier. And we bask in each other's light. The light you've brought here tonight, we're so appreciative. We're so appreciative. Sometimes we don't really recognize our own light and what we bring and what we reflect to each other. Know that when you leave here, it mattered tonight that you were here and that you take all this out there and we come back again. One of the best and the brightest lights of public justice is my dear friend Ellen Presby. She guided public justice with such wisdom and such grace. Ellen, You led us with your sense of humor, that quiet and sly, quick knife in the back that nobody could see coming, but also always the vision and the warmth and the wisdom that got us through some hard times and got us to an amazing outcome, the best damn CEO we could have ever hoped for, Lauren Barnes. You always rise to the occasion, Ellen, and you are an important source of light for all of us here. So come up here, please. In the back. Yeah, you never see it coming. It's the President's Award for you for all your great work. And we also have some lovely parting gifts.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my God. You all, I just can't believe it. First of all, turns out we can raise some money in a room like this. And I am so thrilled and grateful for every one of you for what you've done tonight and for being here and for your support over the past year. I last year promised that we would do everything that we could, whether it's easy or hard, to make sure that the board and the staff work together, build relationships, and go forward so we can focus on our work. And I hope that you all believe and feel that that's exactly what we accomplished. The work of public justice means everything to me. And I just want to thank you so much for allowing me to be the president for this past year. I'm so confident with CEO Lauren Barnes at the helm and with David Sugarman coming in as president. We are just gonna soar. Thank you.
Please welcome to the stage Public Justice Staff Member Victoria Nee.
Thank you. It was my great pleasure this year to be the staff liaison of the Public Justice Board's Trial Lawyer of the Year Selection Committee. Our committee, chaired by past presidents Gerson Smoger and Tara Sutton, and assisted by 27 other Public Justice Board members, had the challenging task of selecting this year's Trial Lawyer of the Year winners. And this year was an especially tough one. We had more nominees than in any year for the past decade, and each and every one of them was extraordinary in their own way. Narrowing that list to 3 finalists, and then among those 3, choosing a winner was no small task. But winners had to be chosen, and so they were. And tonight, I have the great honor of announcing them publicly for the first time. Please join me in congratulating the winners of Public Justice's 2026 Trial Lawyer of the Year Award, the legal team behind Kashef versus BNP Paribas SA.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Congratulations. Congratulations, David.
We need to pose for photos
Sure.
before you make your
Oh, we're waiting for Lee and the rest of the
Okay.
There we go.
I'm going to step aside. And
Please, sure.
I'm going to step aside.
Thank you all so much.
I'd like to say thank you to Public Justice. What an amazing group, and we're so honored to be here. We almost didn't make it, didn't find out about it, but we're here, and we have these amazing clients in the Chicago area.
That's right.
I've had the pleasure of working with them for a decade and bringing this case, and I want to say such a special thank you to the team. Kristen Nelson here at Hecht Partners, who helped me with the victims and preparing them for trial and ultimately putting on their testimony. David Hecht, who's always been behind the case financially and moral support for most of this decade. Michael Eggenberger, who pulled all-nighters for all the expert witnesses, and Max Price, who is stuck in New York with a lot of other people, who was just unwavering in his legal support and briefing and being part of the team. And we are just so, so pleased to be here. But mostly, this case belongs to the brave, courageous survivors. We have leaders here today. Mr. Nuruldim Abdel Karim, thank you so much for being here. It's an honor to know you, Mr. Pastor Abraham Awan of the South Sudanese community in Chicago. Thank you both so much, and all of the other leaders. I can't even say them, but we are just so grateful to be here. And thank you for the work that you do on public justice.
And on behalf of DeCello Levitt, we're honored to serve as lead trial counsel along with co-lead class counsel Hecht Partners and Hausfeld, class counsel Zuckerman Spader. Just one quick word about the story of how we got here. About 30 years ago, France's largest bank made a fateful choice. It conspired with Sudan's genocidal regime to evade a U.S. embargo imposed to stop genocide. They thought they could act with impunity. They thought that when the world said never again, they didn't mean it. The survivors in the villages of Darfur and in the streets of Khartoum knew nothing about what was happening in the boardrooms of Paris or the wire transfers in New York. They only knew that their government suddenly had planes, helicopters, and money to bomb civilians and arm the militias that terrorized them. Many of those survivors came to the United States as refugees, and some of them are here with us today. They rebuilt their lives, and eventually they learned the truth about who helped finance the machinery of genocide. They also learned they had rights. But rights are nothing without a remedy, and a remedy is nothing without access to a court. They found human rights lawyers. And I want to thank my co-counsel, Catherine Lee Boyd. They found Ms. Boyd, and Ms. Boyd put together a team of human rights lawyers that were willing to go up against some of the most powerful forces in the world. And the jury saw justice. Now, we're not done. We're defending that jury verdict on appeal, and when we win that appeal, 20,000 other survivors who are here in the United States as refugees will have a chance to seek remedies from the bank that funded the destruction of their people. So thank you to the whole team. Thank you, everyone.
About 27 years ago, I was here in Chicago for AHA, and President Bill Clinton said this. He said, "A right without a remedy is merely a suggestion." What we do every day, everyone in this room, we spend our lives looking for a remedy. When Lee Boyd came to Hausfeld and asked for help, knowing that many other firms had said no to this case. We said yes. DiCello Levitt said yes, because we need to find a remedy. We need to find a remedy for this class. We need to put an end to these human rights violations. And we're not done, but we are going to find a remedy.
And that, my friends, brings us to the close of this year's gala. Before 10 p.m. Hey, not bad. Thank you to everyone who made tonight possible, our honorees, our sponsors, and host committee members. Thank you so much. Our table captains, and all of you who answered the call this evening to be an even bigger part of what public justice does. We have raised more money tonight than we have ever raised doing this gala for 44 years, so thank you so much. Please, everyone, enjoy the rest of your evening, and we will see you next July in Washington, D.C. Thank you and have a wonderful night.